Hey everyone, Michael JH here from the Gaming Conversation. Sorry for the delay recently with uploads, I've been busy with exams, but I'm glad to say that during the Christmas period we're going to have plenty of new content coming out, going straight into the new year, and we're back today with a new review for Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Let's get straight into it. The massively popular anime series Demon Slayer now has a game to give fans the chance to perfect their breathing techniques and slay some demons. Developed by CyberConnect 2, who also produced the Naruto Storm fighting games, and published by Sega, Hinokami Chronicles is a new 3D fighter that covers the first season of the anime and the Mugen Train movie. Arena fighters aren't exactly held in the greatest regard, and so despite being a big fan of the anime, I went into this game with tempered expectations. Was this going to be a hastily made cash grab to capitalise on the popularity of the anime? Would there be a genuine competitive fighting scene here that could sustain itself beyond the initial fanfare? And what level of arena fighter jank was I going to experience? Let's discuss. As mentioned, the story of the game covers the first season of the anime and the Mugen Train movie. Now, this is of course a condensed version of the series, but I was pleased to see scenes recreated in full within the game's engine, which is faithful to the excellent anime style. In comparison to another arena fighter, My Heroes 1 Justice 2, which primarily used stills from the anime for cutscenes, this was certainly a good start. All the voice actors are involved, and whilst not a direct replacement for watching the series, the story itself does a good enough job of giving context and an overall picture of the narrative. Additional collectible memory fragments also add extra scenes for players that are not included in the main missions themselves. I enjoyed especially some of the fragments that reflected the Taisho secret skits that happen at the end of each anime episode. I overall liked the approach to the story and the way they separated cutscenes and little extra tidbits. It kept the story moving at a brisk enough pace for the gaming medium, whilst also contextualising each mission and developing the various characters. The overall presentation is excellent, however, the gameplay structure is more of a mixed bag. Each mission is divided into small hub areas, with different collectibles to find and a boss battle at the end. This structure is fine for this style of game, but there are a couple of things that make each mission a bit of a slog. Tanjiro, who you'll be primarily controlling, is so slow. Navigating through each area is tiresome because of the lack of speed. And add to this the fact that every collectible is immediately signposted onto the map, a la Ubisoft, and exploration is just not very satisfying. Collectibles and side missions, which is a very generous use of that term, are not integrated into the game in an engaging way. It all just feels like busy work that prolongs the interesting stuff, like the boss battles. To be more specific, one side mission consists of talking to a select number of NPCs who are out when they shouldn't be. Exhilarating stuff here. Each unvoiced conversation ends with Tanjiro telling them to go indoors, and the interactions themselves lack any sort of personality. This doesn't add any value to world building or the gameplay, but it's something you're going to be encouraged to do because it will help unlock each of the panels for every chapter. These panels are another aspect of the game. Using the game's currency, Kimetsu points, you can unlock panels for each story chapter, and for a few other things. Unlocking panels will give you quotes for multiplayer, costumes and music. This in of itself is a decent incentive. However, the activities in the main campaign used to do this are frankly super boring and feel like a waste of time. Occasional enemy counters are welcome, but the majority of each mission consists of just going through each area, checklisting every collectible on the map before moving on to the next story beat. I think it would have been much better for the designers to integrate these collectibles into mission rewards and battles where the game is strongest, because the pseudo open world gameplay isn't great. Okay. Quite negative so far, but thankfully for fans of the series, the game does deliver absolutely on capturing the thrill of each demon encounter. Boss battles took me by surprise. They are engaging, unique and faithful to the anime, which with particularly unique demons such as the Drum Demon deserves high praise. Each encounter has a few unique mechanics in play, and this made me look forward to every boss fight. The anime encounters were always hype, and the game does a great job of recapturing this. In the end, story mode does a decent job overall, especially for this kind of game. In terms of capturing what makes the anime great, the story is excellent. Attempts for optional content, not so great. Nevertheless, it is how you unlock each character for versus and multiplayer, as well as additional costumes and other collectibles, so you're going to want to play it. I think the most important thing to deliver for arena fighters is a combat system that is approachable at any skill level, whilst having just enough depth for more seasoned players, and just a little side of fan service. Ultimately, the primary demographic of arena fighters are the fans, not necessarily fighting game aficionados. Hinokami Chronicles, in my opinion, delivers on this front, The combat system features a few fundamentals such as a throw, guard, dodge, jump, parry, and of course basic combos. There is a bar that charges that enables you to deliver a super, or in this case ultimate R. Each character has their own strengths and weaknesses, but also with the prominence of swords and a universal control scheme, it is not too difficult to pick up a particular character. Crucially, maximising combos using boosts and certain skills in a sequence is important. Some skills end combos, others are great for starting combos, and high level play encourages learning these systems to maximise your damage, especially online and ranked. Matches take the place of 1v1 encounters with each player having a support character unless you're using a demon. The support character can be swapped in and out of combat, as well as be called upon to support your combos or save you from an enemy's onslaught. In certain encounters, such as against Yaiba and his zoning arrows, your support is a crucial part of your toolkit, and a necessary method to break the enemy's defense. This is all good. It also helps that movement feels fluid and responsive. On the PS5, I know PS4 and other consoles unfortunately have serious issues with input delay. Animations for each super and form are very faithful to the anime, and as a fan, hard to not geek out at. Whether you're unleashing Water Breathing's 10th form or zapping into the sky with the thunderous sleepwalking Zenitsu, it is almost impossible not to be stylish. The lack of haptics or any sort of rumble, at least in my experience, on PS5 is disappointing, as I personally enjoy the feel of each hit. That being said, the combat is smooth and responsive, at least on the PS5. The roster itself is definitely on the smaller side, owing to the relative infancy of the anime. At the time of review, the roster features 12 Slayers and 4 Demons, with 2 more coming as free DLC. There are also 6 additional Academy versions of some of the cast, but mechanically they play the same, aside from having a different super. Admittedly, some of these supers are amazing and hilarious. Even still, this is cool, but they are absolutely not different characters. Now, there is already a confirmed season pass which will introduce new characters, and I think the support this game gets will determine how worthwhile this experience is in the long run. The combat system has undeniably been created with a lot of love, and the animation, fluidity and systems all provide a genuinely fun experience. That being said, a threadbare roster, online play locked at 30 FPS, even on next-gen consoles, and a subpar netcode do make me concerned for the longevity of this game. New characters will certainly help diversify the roster, with the free DLC demons already adding more unique playstyles. But at the moment the online experience is very mixed, and this needs to be improved. In the end, Hinokami Chronicles is certainly a promising game, but still far from a complete package. The gameplay is fun, intuitive and easy to pick up. The style was beautifully lifted from the anime, and the story, whilst lacking in an engaging open world, does manage to exceed when capturing the most pivotal moments. But right now, the longevity of the experience will be heavily based on, first of all, how much you enjoy these characters and seeing hype animations, and secondly, the level of support through patches this game gets and new content. I genuinely hope this game is supported by Sega, as whilst the game fails to justify full price, even for a huge fan like me, there is still a lot to love here. Thank you everyone for watching a bite-sized version of the gaming conversation. As I mentioned at the start of the video, we've got more content coming up very soon, including a critique of Akira Nishikiyama from Yakuza. With that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. Let me know down below what you think of Hinokami Chronicles. Have you bought the game? Are you considering it? What do you think of the game? And if you enjoyed, please also do consider subscribing. I'm excited to be able to do more content now that I've finished my exams. I've been Michael JH, and absolutely enthralled with the amazing animations and supers from this game. Peace.